Walters954 here, coming at you guys with the second installment of figuring out how to use Python and what is Python. So let's go ahead and make a new Python class or file, a new Python file, call this tutorial2. And this one we're going to be going over the if statements more in depth because we didn't really do it justice in the first one. So right off the bat, I'm going to kind of be teaching you guys a couple new things, which the first one is input. And I'm pretty sure input will take whatever's on the console and or whatever you input into the console down here and print it out. So let's go ahead and run this, and I'm pretty sure down here it's waiting for an answer. Alright, so yeah, didn't actually know if that worked. So just input is just going to ask for something into the console. You can probably do like a message here first, print enter a number. So that's just a quick thing. Next, for the conditions, I know you can do print conditions in if statements, or in print, sorry. Of course you can do them in if statements. So just print 2 and x equals is greater than 2. Print x is less than 2. So for all of this, we go ahead and click run here, enter in the number. We'll actually put in 2, and we'll see. All right, so what is this error? Unordered type string is greater than an int. So it ran through the first one. So what I'm actually going to do here, oh, it's taking it in as a string. Okay. So let's see if we can just cast this as an integer. And casting's a little bit of an advanced technique. So what input's doing here is it's taking it in as a string and setting this x as a string. But what we actually want this x to be is an integer, which is where the type declarations come in other languages, but not in this one, because it automatically decides. All right, so yes, it was sending this as a string. All I did was say explicitly, all right, whatever this is, make it an integer, and then I did my checks here, so it printed this out. And yeah, this is what I was trying to show you guys, which is you can do kind of conditions or Boolean expressions, which Boolean expressions either true or false, 1 or 0, and it prints it out in the print statement. So I thought that was pretty neat. We're gonna go ahead and move on to the actual structure of the if statement, which should go like a regular if statement. So x equal to 2. The weird thing that you need is the colon, and then we'll do print. This is 2. I actually need to put my single digits here. I forgot what those are called. Quotes. The else if is an li. Some languages have it like that. It's greater than 2. Do print x, what you have entered is greater than 2. And then else, which is the fall through, the last thing that's going to happen. There's no if statement, but we can kind of see that it's gonna fall through, but it's either gonna be greater than or less than. There's no in between, so I guess I should make it in between. So we'll do 3, and we'll do another if here. Right? Less than 3, less than 4. This would also have to be 4. That's where I messed it up. So I'm trying to get to 3, basically, to show you guys what the drop down of the else is. Is this 3? This number is 4. It's greater than 3. this. Just don't do things that you've already done. Less than 4, and then the else, which is the fall through, the last thing that happens. Pretty sure you need the colon there as well. And it will say print you must have entered 3. Alright, so what this is going to do here, so I'm going to run this, and it's going to say enter number. And I'm actually going to put 3. And this is going to run through it, so it goes top to bottom. It says x that you've entered is 3. Is that equal to 4? No. Is it greater than 3? No. Is it less than 3? No. So then it must be 3. It's the last thing that's going to happen for any digit that happens through here. So it must be 3. I actually put extra colon here, and you can see for these strings that I can use single quotes and double quote. Python does not care. I really like that. And yeah, we can run it again and put 4, and it should automatically say, all right, this number is 4, because that's the first one that it hits. Same thing with all of them. If you do greater than, less than, it's just a normal if statement that's going to go on here. So this is the basic structure of an if statement. Of course, it can get more complex for sure when you have ifs instead of an ifs, but that should be pretty straightforward going anywhere else in this. So let me just do a quick, I have to think of another one for here, because since these are basic numbers, you can't really go inside of it much deeper. Like, you would need something else to go deeper inside of it. But if you wanted to do another if statement, I'd just do for the same thing, because I know it will be true. Print, oops, forgot my colons. Print, you did it. So now if I run this, do 4, it'll automatically put, it ran through this if statement here first, this check first, and then it also did the second check that's inside of this, and after it did that, it didn't run through anything else. So now that's the basic if statement structure. I'm actually going to try to do a CodingBat really quickly. So if you don't know what CodingBat is, it's kind of like a super cool website one of my professors showed me. It just has like coding practices and things to do, like warm-ups, and then there's different areas where you can focus on. So since I'm trying to learn this, I'm going to try one of these out. So what CodingBat does is it'll give you like a problem, and you'll have to try to figure out how to do the solution, basically. So they give you this function that's defined. We didn't go over functions, but I'll go ahead and just skip that part, because I think this is going towards the basic if statements on here. So the parameter weekend is true if it's a weekend, and the parameter vacation is true if we are on a vacation. We sleep in if it's not a weekday or we're on vacation. Return true if we sleep in. All right, so we kind of just have to figure out what the heck this thing is saying. The parameter weekday is true if it's the weekend, and the parameter vacation is true if we're on vacation. We sleep in if it's not a weekday. Oh, okay, so I got this. So it's if, it took me a little while to figure out what the heck was going on here. If weekday equals false, I hope I can write it like that, then return true, right? And then pretty sure this can be an or as well. This is the or operator here, or I hope it is. I haven't actually tried it out. So the only times that it needs to return true is if it is a weekday. I mean, if it is not a weekday or you're on vacation. So then you say vacation is equals true, right? And then we'll just hit go to see what happens. Syntax error on line 2. So this probably is not the correct. I also didn't spell vacation correct. This probably is not the correct OR operator. Or maybe I should just split it out. LIF vacation equals false. Turn true. I need to figure out how to actually return something. Python return function. It might not be return. I was just hoping that it would be return. Oh no, it is return. So it's saying that we have an error on line 3. Indentations. Oh, this has to be over 4. False is not defined. I think we'll just do it like this because it may be passing in strings, right? Okay. Let's see. Let's do Python OR. I just want to know what it is. The OR operator. It's a double pipe, right? Alright, well, this is pretty much what CodingBat is. So it ran through a bunch of tests to see pretty much like what are the different options or the different outcomes that could happen for it. So I kind of messed up here. Let's see. If sleep in was true, because it was a weekday. What the heck? But you're not on vacation. This should return false, right? Oh, but I returned true because... Oh, this is backwards. True. Okay, we're getting a little bit closer here. So now, if the weekday is true, we're supposed to return false. Okay. I really want to figure out how to do the OR operator here. Let's try this one more time. Somebody's making noise in my house. And then we need the else here. 2, 3, 4. Return false. No. Alright, how do we do the OR operator? Oh, you actually have to say OR. Alright, so we finally got it done. Took a little longer than expected, but that's fine. So go on CodingBat. You can try out some different things. It's to get you warmed up. See, learned a few different things with the OR and just the indentations of how it works. So, or just getting it straight in the first place. But that's my kind of quick tutorial on the if statements. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'm gonna be posting some more of these tutorials. Probably gonna run through these CodingBats pretty quickly in like one really fat tutorial. And yeah, I'll have the links down in the description for you guys. All right, see you later.